Greetings everyone, please come on and make sure everything's set on up. The rumble is going. YouTube is going. And of course, Twitch is bugging out again. Shouldn't be too big an issue. There we go, that's all good. Just Twitch is bugging out my other computer. I'll just bring up the Rumble stuff to keep an eye on that. Looks like that's all booted on up. Give me a moment to check my other computer. And you know what? I need to grab an energy drink from nearby. Give me another moment. Okay, I'm back. And looks like everything's good to go. So let's go and get started. Let's see. First replay would be Dry Arabia 1119. And this one here. Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on top left side is the Scion Macedonian Dynasty, we got VES Muhudo. Spawn bottom right side as the Purple Ottomans, we got a foreign name. So they grab a pile of stone there for their early military school. And something notice as well, Purple has good forward wood deposits for natural coverage, but Scion spawned all of them along the side here, so you won't have great natural coverage there around his town center. He does have these gold deposits and stone deposits pretty close by, so maybe another town center in between right here could be quite nice. He has a deer deposit here, and Pumbaa and the deer deposit over here are pretty close by each other as well. Purple has both his deer deposit pretty close by to this region, and of course for him, Pumbaa is Haram. And just thinking about with the Macedonians as well. The let's see, do I need to switch players? View next player. Actually, they changed out the ironworks. Not providing any income here. It doesn't show the income, but it does say the income right there. Unless they changed it a little bit there, since of like a recent patch or some of that sort. The Varangian war camp here, which of course automatically resupply units. Grand winery now being established there. Acts as a mill / monastery. Villagers gather 30 food 30% faster while affecting this aura. Relics inside a garrison of silver rather than gold. What interesting. Instead of the course olive oil, this does have some silver aspect with the relics, but overall it's just a better food collection straw pot. Nothing too crazy, but nothing too bad either. Regular farms are of course olive groves. Been mid-race to be employed in the field. I still have to remind myself what the Macedonian variations do. Those some torches there. The other one does seem like a bit more potent when it comes to unique military units there, but this one's just a good general economic thing. Just collect up food 30% faster. That's quite nice. Varangian Stronghold now being established here. Capable of producing any Varangian unit. I'm pretty sure May can be upgraded to a defensive weapon. But my apologies, I sneezed. Mid race is almost complete. Ugh. Damn, that sneeze is. Ah. This free spearman push way forward, just causing issues. Here's a Varangian Stronghold. Yep, upgrades all Varangian's strongholds with a default arrow slip in place and deals 10 damage with 6 weapon tile range. This, of course, gives you access to the, I'm just going to call it the unique spearman, the Agamater. Butchered that name well enough. And of course, you will have access to early Varangian guards and some of his unique archers, the Bogmater. Oh yeah, it has the ability to reduce his movement speed for increased armor piercing, making it so he's a little bit of an early crossbowman variant. Well, also not really. He has an early Varangian guard now deployed in the field just for defense. 12 damage. 125 health. Does have the berserking ability. And of course has the rune stones you can employ on the field. We got some farms now being established here. Going to go for relatively early farms with the economic benefits. Another Varangian stronghold here. Let's see, Varangian strongholds do cost 200 wood, which in outpost of comparison does cost 100. So this is 2, and a regular barracks costs 150. So this gives you, it's basically a Age of Empires 3 blockhouse if you get that upgrade going. Makes it decent, but no sword space still. Granted, there's not exactly a barracks you can actually deploy in the field as the Macedonians. You have to go for the Varangian Stronghold, which does overlap a little bit with the stable in archery range. They still have access to crossbowmen, they still have access to horsemen. There's a unique spearman variant. Let's see, 7 damage, seems all the same. Get additional 2% additional attack for each Varangian unit within 1 tile, so as a horde bonus. I also see here plus 3 for elephants. That's actually seems a little bit lower, isn't it? Or is that normal for spearmen? Attack speed is. Wait, is that attack speed seems slow for a spearman as well? Isn't that spearman like 1.75? Okay, there's something a little bit different there. Health and damage seems normal for Age 1 spearmen. Apologies compared to his one opponent's spearman. Here we go. 87. 1.88. So, okay, that's. Huh, I thought spearman had 1.75. No, that's horseman. So maybe I'm just getting mixed up between the two. Damage seems same, but these guys do have actually more health. They do cost 90 resources as opposed to 80 resources. So for a little bit extra health, you get extra health, which is the same as a Lumitani. Not as great as Donzo, who also get 1 armor to go along with the extra health. Still, you do have the horde bonus, and not to mention these rune stones. We do have the hardened spearman upgrade for the Ottoman player. Probably a good idea to go for more archers. He sees the spearman's variants as well. Varangian guard, let's see, Age 2. The Varangian guard actually has 4 melee armor, which is more than normal, but 1 less range armor. So they're a bit more vulnerable to range attacks as archers, which 1 less armor does make a big difference, particularly in this age. These early Varangian guard also has the same health as horsemen, and I think the same damage as horsemen. That's the same damage as Pahi. So yeah, horsemen have 9 damage Sage. In short, they will defeat Pahi in 1v1 combat. Archers will be usable. Spearmen, however, will be less usable since they have more armor. Oh, we do have the feudal works deployed in the field. Get early E-moms and a bit of AoE health regen, and the AoE health regen is being quite useful. AoE is of course short for Age of Empires. Right? Pulls back some of these units there, they're taking a fair amount of damage. They need these E-moms are still alive, they need the healing there. You want to cool off a little bit there, let the healing come forth. You have now +1 melee damage, or no, melee armor of all infantry units there. 1 out of 6. Increases armor by 1 and health by 5%. This also replaces the university upgrades eventually. You can see here, no university. So this combines melee, these blacksmith upgrades combines the course standard blacksmith upgrades, combines it with the elite army tactics as well. Spy, you push way forward. Deactivate Fortitude there, increase their attack speed. Very nice. It doesn't look like any of those villagers went down. Yeah, no villagers went down so far this entire game. Imams may take a bit of damage here. Science push way forward. Varangian Guard still has normal movement speed. Imams have man-at-arms movement speed, the same as Varangian Guard. Right now, Varangian Guard may want to berserk, but then again, they reduce their armor by 4, making them so they take true damage. Which, nothing about it's probably not a good idea. So it would give them plus 6 damage. Doing again, more melee armor for the Macedonians. This will put up the early Varangian Guard's armor up to 6. Quite significant, to say the least. So I'll torch down the outpost now. Ahead, Imperial Armory now being pulled in the field. It'd probably be a good idea if this amount of units here to get the spring gold production going. These are just going to fall back there. AoE health regen for the Imam is very important. Mid-Imperial Army will complete. He needs some... The crossbowmen will be just generally pretty good against Varangian Guard. They'll be, of course, good versus Spearmen as well. Man-Arms, Lancers, both will be excellent as well, but a little bit situational. So, I'll just get any of the units there. Let's leave it at that. Science Force, however, being cleaned on out. The Varangian Guard's lack of armor is being put upon. He is able to get two melee armor in Age 2. Assist on the first hill. What does that do for Macedonians again? Charges an ability for boosting the work rate of military and research buildings. If used on a mining camp, lumber camp, or farming, begin to earn 160 gold, wood, or food over 60 seconds. Okay. Holds 9 charges. Okay, interesting. So rather than using it on the units, it allows you to use it on buildings. Which, that seems pretty good. 100. Also, you can use it for a bit of infusion for gold. Or any other resources for the time frame. And having the Grand Winery here to get some extra silver would be very nice as well. Though purple does have the Imams alive, at least one. We'll be grabbing a relic at the moment. Doesn't look like it though. Side has the relics camped, they're very nice. You can see the I'm guessing that's the charges. Yep, there's a charge there, charge here, and on the gold deposit as well. Okay, here we go. You got the silver generation there. That maybe it starts in Age 2 rather than starts in Age 1 aspect. That does not get it. Barely. I thought he was going to get it converted. Looks like one Varangian Guard is not enough. There's a Radari. The heavy cavalry. Lacks a charge attack. Offers good health. And the base cost of Radari is 240, same as Knights and Lancers. They're effectively a elite knight without charge, effectively. With slightly better health. No, 26 actually, it's better than Castle Age Knights. Health is better than Castle Age Knights, it simply does not have a charge attack, so... Non-charging Knights, let's just simply leave it at that. They also have the Throwing Axe ability, or weapon they can switch to. While he's trying to fall back. Throwing axe deals 15 damage within 3.2 for 10 seconds. You can see here it does 15 damage melee, 3.25 range. Probably a decent idea just to pop some of those if there's a big conflict, but you need them to connect. Oh, throws it there. It takes out the Metra there. DPS definitely takes a big hit there for a range attack. I think as well that the range attack probably still gets actively used even if they're attacking structures, so gives you a bit more range on instead of throwing torches, and since it has good actually would bypass fire armor if that existed, so the throwing axe upgrade would and has higher attack speed as well, so this throwing axe upgrade should be a good building killer ability. And I mentioned since it does melee damage on fire damage, it would also bypass, say, fortified outposts as fire armor, not to mention various sources of other forms of fire armor. Deploys other rune stone there. Got some Janissaries not being deployed in the field. Prolate does go down. Signs claim 2 relics. I'm curious if they're inside the Grand Winery. He needs to pick up the relic and probably do a wool. The Lancers take out the Prolate, or not Prolate, Monk, wrong civilization. Let's see now. Yep, looks like it's a 100% conversion for the silver. Very nice to have. Next, for 0 points, almost available. He actually went for extensive fortifications, reduce the cost of town centers and defensive buildings by 20%, increasing their garrison units with crossbows, increasing their damage by 1, giving them +2 versus heavy units. It's been a while since last seen something there. The default bow shows the attack, but all garrison arrows would be buffed up. Got more, what's it called? Cisterns favors, 0 charges. 2 seconds of, let's see, goes to 7 seconds on this guy here. There's another one I can reference. +3 damage here would be very nice. Effectively makes these guys have the same auto attack as elite forces or elite knights and lancers. Push rate 4, but taking a bit of damage. Good number of Janissaries. There you go, stronghold. So it goes from 17 seconds down to 7 seconds, so quite good. 150%. There's the number I was looking for. Burn supply just got completed. These guys do throw their habit throwing axes out. Deals go the +3 damage onto them. Outpost Singing Fire, not upgrade of anything. Still retains the Magnum upgrade from the Byzantians. You now have the veteran. Is that the archer or spearman? Archers. Sorry, it just takes me a moment. It's like, what's that name again? You're now the siege engineers now being reached by the Autumn player. Very nice. He has a good number of spring bolts on the field as well. The structure slowly going on down. This is a high priority target because this will generate silver infinitely at this rate, and it still retains its low health. So, raiding the mining camps is actually very important, and this is a higher priority target than that blacksmith, I would say. No stronghold defense arrows. That's a pretty cheap upgrade to affect all of them. Signs up straightforward, archers firing away. Good volleys down the archers. Spring Gulls not necessarily a hard counter to archers, but they still can be a bit of soft counter against formations of small units. It looks like Runestone just got summoned here. These forces trying to flank around. Janissaries firing away. Looks like the Janissaries may have been picked off. They are countered by archers. These unique archers still do bonus damage versus light gunpowder. Science Force looks really cleaned on up. Oh, got 3 archers from the war camp here, so I'm just idle. Let's go to the Janissary companies. Those are the last 2 ones going to be these 2, because those are usually mandatory ones. Most of the prelate there, or monk, does go down. More lumber camps being established now. Spahi. Right now, magenta or purple has an army of 35 with 13 siege weapons. Army value is 7,400 versus 2,900. So purple has a far greater army, to say the least. Imam here trying to flip that sacred site. This one's just currently despicably neutral. Purple's not pushing forward. Mangonels hits the war camp, has 1,500 health. Archers firing away. Focus on the Janissaries, very nice. Spring Gulls actually hitting these archers there, getting as much collateral as possible. And here are more cistern water. Looks like you gotta charge every 90 seconds. We have now the Radari here. Does take out 2 of those, looks like. I think the other one may have been taken out by the Sorcerer. Sabahi and Lancers engaging some archers. And reinforced being set by some Rodari. The war camp is occasionally spawning out some units here to be killed off. Science army is non-existent right now, 6 military units. We do have a Magnon placement here, going for a fortified upgrade as well. It does get affected by ranged attacks. And since the Blacksmith has additional range upgrades and it doesn't usually get affected by incendiary arrows, means these emplacements from the Magnon places can be supercharged a little bit more than other civilizations. Because this counts as a bolt and gets 9 damage, has 2 range at the moment. Yeah, most of the outposts can get up to +6 damage, so that's actually quite significant. I'm not sure how effective it will be in the end. But the Magnon places for the Macedonians can be supercharged. Unless they're sort of capped by the later upgrades. Try and break through this region. There's another arsenal here. And build some walls. I wonder if this arsenal was actually a structure used by another civilization, because that does not look like the Macedonian style of the blue roofs, or Byzantines at least. The arsenal was a campaign structure, and still is a campaign structure if you play the original campaign. Knights are taking out some of these villagers. But then they merged the arsenal blacksmith to one structure, so the arsenal sort of got cycled out. But the structure still exists for many civilizations, and that looks like... I think it looks like a Rus arsenal. Could be Rus. A lot of wood there. Yeah, I think that's a Rus arsenal model. Be mistaken about that, can easily be mistaken. So a relic got picked up here. Looks he's throwing relics into the monastery. Looks he wants more gold at the moment. Understandable. He does not want any more silver. Silver's a bit more limited we can use it for. I wonder, can the Macedonians sell silver at the market for other resources? That could be quite nice as a final utility thing for them. For the extreme late game when everything else gets researched. That's right now just gold. Maybe another tab here to buy and sell silver, or at least sell silver for gold. We do now have the stronghold defensive arrow slits, turning all these Varangian strongholds to block houses effectively. Battering ram push way forward. See, last Vizier point. Pax Automana, so he is going to skip out one of those. This, let's see, what it was again? Trains villagers 75% faster, 4 minutes. I have no idea, is it still in effect? So another 6 seconds, so he selected that 3 minutes ago. Intercepts the spring gold there, very nice. Radari backing on off. Or just trying to run away. Could turn around and take out this formation, I believe. Throws on Runestone to guarantee the win there. Runestone, of course, provides increased range weapons by 1 tile, melee damage by 1, and move speed by 15, lasts 150 seconds. Cistern still applying some liquid cooling to various structures. That's how Polite works. To be honest, in medieval times, even just providing cooler environments for people to work in would be very nice, so liquid cooling may not necessarily be entirely false. You can make a basic cooler. It works in less human environments if you were to simply just take a pot, fill it with water, and let the evaporation sort of cool off the room. You can see the similar aspect, or use a similar aspect in the RimWorld called the passive cooler. But it's actually something that does historically exist. Is it great? No. But is it better than literally nothing and being stuck in the scorching heat? Yes. Anything's better than nothing. We do have, of course, 1 level of food, 2 levels of wood, 1 level of food, 2 levels of wood, 1 level of gold. Of course, the Grand Winery does provide plus 30% food collection rate, effectively doubling the food upgrade. So it doesn't necessarily need the 1 more level of food collection. It's at right now plus 40% in comparison to its bonus, which was just plus 10%. Radar should be able to clean up those units there. It's probably moving around the flanks. Decent force here of the spearmen, archers, and Radari. Oh, it looks like the Varangian guards or Varangian Macedonian player block has nearly 1,500 silvers. Someone's on the back of this battering ram. Probably come for a bit of a flank there. Archers falling on backs, probably pushing the way forward. Got some man arms mixed on in. Janissaries far in the back line. An excellent unit versus the Radari. Of course, the Radari gets countered by, or the Janissaries get countered by those archers. A couple spearmen now left for Scion, which is not enough to stop all this volley. Janitors just going to be firing away forward, but looks like the Scion's archer is going to be advancing. The Balg Modar. I have no idea how to pronounce that still. It's a secured site victory available for purple for 7 minutes. More radar on the build queue for Scion, 7 more. The Scion is going heavy in the heavy cavalry. Springald's firing away, getting some good damage. Spahie push away forward, trying to hit those archers. Magnell's hitting the archers, while Janissaries are getting hit by those same archers. Priest Axle not being researched by magenta or purple, very important. Now they move at a bit more respectable of 1 movement speed. Those things quickly get gunned down. So another Vizier points, last Vizier points available for purple goes with Advanced Academies. Well, 25% production. It actually may have been better to go for military campus. Since I don't think the production speeds are super great. +1 mil production, I think, would be a bit more effective for the blacksmith upgrades in total. Yeah, I think if you had to choose one, I think the +1 campus would be a bit more effective. Plus, right now he's just age 3, so you can only get, what, 3 of them at the field at the moment? +4 range damage now researched by Scion. These archers now doing 11 damage. In comparison, Longbowman can only get up to 10 damage to Sage. I just realized something as well. Does Scion have, since he doesn't have any universal attacks, he doesn't get access to chemistry, something gunpowder, or scenarios, or particularly silk bowstrings. Unless there's another structure available for that. Doesn't look like it. See, this is the archery range. No, that's the arsenal. He doesn't look like having any archery ranges. So maybe it's located there. Yeah, it looks like there's no silk bowstring variant for the Macedonian archers. Unless, like I said, it may be tied away in the barracks or into the archery range. These are all the strongholds. And I don't see any archery ranges. You can see the crossbow in place of here does get +2 versus heavy. +4 range armor is quite nice. Tapali, man arms, Janissaries push way forward over here, trying to surround these Rodari. More of these walls trying to be built, which he looks like does manage to ghost some of these guys around. Get some gunpowder. More walls being south over here, though there's still a little bit of opening there. Istanbul Observatory now being deployed in the field, which improves the blacksmith aura up to 100%. And with the +4 range damage now research, you can see here the Magnell placement is now doing 11 damage per bolt, or per rock at ×3, which is more than what the Byzantines can ever get. They can only get +3 rather than +4, and they can still get 2 more. Makes me wonder if the Macedonians can be a bit more defensive in that situation. They do, of course, have the Varangian stronghold. Of course, does give them a arrow here. Palatine School now being deployed in the field, which does for the Macedonians. Elite cataphracts can be rapidly produced in batches at this landmark for silver. That's still probably a good source of the late game silver. The other one, of course, allows you to get, you either get cataphracts or nested beasts, weekly pals, or royal cannons for silver as well. So that's what you're supposed to do with your late game silver, your age 4 landmark. That makes sense. Not sure if there's anything unique about the cataphracts for the Palatine School. I think the last time we cast Macedonians didn't go past age 3, at least for the Macedonians. So with it being new civilization, I don't know all the ins and outs. Let's see, 3 cataphracts for 750 silver. We do now have the Elite Rodari now full on the field. He has a good amount of silver stored up, so maybe we're going to need to go for some, because right now he's getting a little bit overran. He may lose a good number of villagers there, 81 versus 84 villagers at the moment. Does have a fortress being established here. This mining camp has a good amount of silver income, which is going to be threatened and destroyed. Elite Spearman upgrade. Elite Rodari is also researched. Biology now being researched by the Ottoman player. Sign now, pop cap, and purple is. It's probably a good time for a rune stone. A number of spring balls in the field, and we'll start cleaning some of these formations. Runestone has been summoned. We may want to activate the armor-piercing arrows. Science Force will eventually win out. More of these students push forward. I wonder what the war camp looks like. We got some of these siege forces out. Purple's army will be cleaned on up. It does. Try to start falling back there. The war camp was never replaced. I wonder if it's keeps the reinforcement charges. If not, he lost a lot of free reinforcements. I pause to hear my drink open up. Of course, there's some cataphracts on the field as well. Okay, my microphone. My apologies. Cataphracts spawn on the field. They look. Oh, I suppose they get a lot of extra health from the advanced arsenal upgrades. Not to mention they get more armor potential as well. So these cataphracts have high potential. They do have the tramp ability, so he has access to a charge, but still no access to a default charge. These cataphracts could have higher potential than the Byzantines. Of course, be a little bit more hard to justify since he probably won't get a lot of other upgrades. He is going for another set of cataphracts. Monsters generating gold. He may want to task relics back into the monastery there. He has signed there right now as 4 relics. Purple right now is going for great bombards, probably from the hidden Imperial Armory. Got Janissary supply, standard composition for the Ottomans. He is collecting this gold deposit here. This one's currently in his sphere of influence, and it's grabbed already a good amount of it. So let's clean up this one here, and there's still some more here. Not a whole lot though. There's some stone here as well, which could be used for additional silver generation. Opponent player has a pretty good stockpile of resources. Cyan, not so much, has plenty of food, lacking wood and gold. Bombars firing away. Vidari and Cataphracts push way forward. Let's say the Cataphract retains the multiple unit version icon. Revolver now full in the field. Does go down there. Spotlight push along the flank. More spotlight push along the flank. Archers firing away, trying to deal with the Janissaries. Bombard, counter barraging the Great Bombard. Radari and Cataphracts engage the supply. The Cataphracts and Radari should be just fine, but we'll take some losses there. Great Bombard does go down. As this was starting to fall back, the keep arrows were doing a decent amount of damage there, having the additional anti-heavy damage. Keep taking some damage now. We're just trying to lose some more villagers. Spearman engaging, but listen, Spearman, signs having Shabitro breaking his way forward. Keep is severely damaged when the bombards do go down for Cyan. Great bombard his way forward. It does get hit by the bombard. The Great Bombard's almost down. It does take it out before it goes down. Cyan's now pretty much out of an army. He needs some reinforcements. This is going for more Radari. Has a handful of Cataphracts in the field. We're mostly just going for more Spearmen. Another bombarding build queue. While I push way forward. Magneto placement, gain some damage. Does do siege damage, so it bypass all the range armor. Very little things resist siege. Looks like he's probably going to just play charge forward and slowly get whittled down. Right side, there's a Cataphract being picked on off. Got a keep here. The last is gold deposits being obtained, which will still generate a decent amount of silver if it goes down, or the gold deposit gets consumed. Got elite mana arms and more range damage being researched by Magenta. The Cataphracts find the way to the back line. Get off a good number of villagers there. Now I got 83 versus 98 villagers. 50 killed for Cyan, 36 killed for Purple. Down south, Exotic Doggo getting some bites. And up north, looks like the Science forces push forward. Got some defense here. A good number of man arms this time. But of course, they will have a bit of trouble versus the Radari and versus some of the backline units with the armor-piercing arrows. Janissaries over here on the wrong side, being intercepted by those archers there, which is not very good. Those Janissaries will be going down. Over here, some units being picked off by the Sipahi. These forces in the back is also attracting purple from having units over here. Keep will be going on down. Purple's eyeing for level 3 mining. Able to get increased gold drop off from the gold deposits. There's 83 there. Still 4,000 here. And we still have a untapped 4,000 deposit here as well. Can't say that last upgrade is going to be successful. It does provide your gold drop off by plus 15%. So this gold right here, 4,000 times 1.15 is how much gold you actually get from it. So I think it's about 4,600 it becomes. And the final upgrade does cost 500, so that is quite a significant investment for a little payoff at the moment. Let's obtain some other gold deposits. Sipahi's engaging some of these villagers. Over here, to have these Hadari push way forward, but we'll find good number of Janissaries, so that will not go too well for Cyan. There's 19 Janissaries. This force of Sipahi is slowly being picked off by these various defensive placements. Those Sipahi are starting to fall back now. Looking for more gold here, getting some silver from it as well, of course. Up to nearly 4,000 silver. How much expensive is this current next round of upgrades? Next one for this is for the final scale upgrade is 4,000 silver. So very expensive. Janissaries push way forward in good numbers. Archers trying to set those Janissaries now. Got some man on team those set archers well. Spearmen pushing too far forward on the other side as well. These archers going to be a little bit shot up. Does manage to find a little bit of a hole there. Science sort of some use here, but Science making some good headway over here. Oops, the wrong part of the mini map there. Magenta, however, is making some good progress right here as well. Down here, looks like Science still existing, going decently well. Purple's trying to push way forward. And it looks like some of these units are just charging way forward, trying to pick off some bombards. Just pursuing those units here. These units do get cleaned on up. 52 versus 54, values are very similar as well. 11,000 versus 9,800. Janissaries fire away, will love to hit those Radari very nicely. So we're going to push way forward. Great bombards firing away. And looks like a final cavalry health upgrade, armor and health. These units trying to push the way forward. crossbow easily gets overran there, so probably push way forward. Crossbow and man-at-arms Janissaries connect with their Dari now. This may be the one last final fight of the game. Cyan looks like in a pretty good position there. Purple has less value in the field, less numbers as well. Jace, however, would love to hit these horsemen, and they're going to be pretty effective versus everything. They are fully upgraded, barring lack of serpentine gunpowder. That's like how formation those ranges there for the Great Bombards. Cyan's starting to break his way forward into Purple's back line. It looks like the assemble observatory is now receiving fire, and Purple does resign. As Angrade say, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Let's see. Let's do this one next. Yep, that was a good game. Let's see, flank was 9 or 11, 19. Just did Macedonian, so let's do something a little bit different. Let's do this person. 11, 13 on flank woods as well. Here we go. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on top left side is Green Zuzi's Legacy. We got Otendig. I don't know how to pronounce that. Spawn on bottom right side as the Orange Toglog Dynasty. We got Disparity Jardy, or Despair Jardy. What was I thinking? Ugh, my mind's melted. Of course, the Toglog Dynasty is, of course, one of the Zulu civilizations, all about elephants. And Zuzi's Legacy is somewhat new for civilization, which is all about, well, Chinese variation. Let's keep an eye on what would be a good spot for the meditation gardens. Possibly around here. I see a lot of berry deposits here. There's also a gold deposit over here. Yep, I think right around here, right where this exotic doggo is. Get all these berry bushes, get a large amount of food income. Could deploy it here for gold and stone. Maybe deploy here for gold, stone, and a bit of wood. Dome the Faith being deployed in the field. Meditation Gardens is being deployed out there. We'll also probably get about 5 wood chips per minute as well. Dome the Faith, of course, gives you discount imams and heal elephants. They're not scholars, they're imams. This map is, has quite a bit of shrubbery along the flanks for stealth, which I don't think I'll be used all too often, honestly. Oh, Orange is ooh! Misplay there by Orange. Lost a scout and a handful of sheeple there. Work Elephant, of course, provides a lot of, upgrades here as well. It's based on an ox cart. Going out for a healer elephant now, which is also a combatant. Also is classified as heavy armor, if I remember correctly as well. It is vulnerable to crossbowmen as well as spearmans. Tang Dynasty is still active, making it reduce cost for age ups. And I have a feeling we're seeing a fast age up by Green. Let's see. Either of those will seem reasonable. Probably go Shadow Monster to grab some relics. Healer Elephant straightforward. Yep, heavy melee cavalry elephant. It does do 15 damage. Not great, but not terrible either. It's a combatant, not necessarily excellent combatant. Has 450 health, can easily be taken out by spearmans as well as crossbowmans. And let's see, we don't see any, how to pronounce that, forts. I'm just gonna call them forts. Shaolin Monastery now being employed in the field, so yep, it is gonna be a fast age up. Spearman here, another spearman there. Not sure why there's a worker elephant counter, not thinking about it. Don't think the number of elephants make a difference. Shaolin Monster, of course, now completed, which do have pretty good DPS. Villagers surrounding the healer elephant. Of course, cannot heal itself. This villager may go down as 9 health, and the healer elephant goes down. Very nice trapping there with the villagers. Spearman gets some damage there onto that scout. Green's been taking some good early victories. Orange so far killed off nothing so far this game. Green's of course killed off the scout, obtaining 4 sheeple, and now has killed off a healer elephant. Let's see, I just have to remind myself. Village resource gather rate increased by 5%. Bonus drop off for workers, elephants, town centers increased to 15%. Yet they do skip a lot of other upgrades, don't they? Yeah, they skip. This is their only upgrade here. And the increased drop-off, gathering rate is nice and small, but the drop-off rate is actually quite big. Ironic. This Hindustani variant focuses less on research than the other primary one. A lot of angry men of 26. The Shaolin Monk does have 2 melee armor, so can resist a little bit of damage there. Do not have veteran Zunchnu's now being researched. Sees all the spearmen, so it's probably a good idea to go for these guys. Oh, that elephant's gliding across the line. We've got the Raider Elephant, which is basically a gilded horseman. It has good movement speed. Let's see, skilled, enters a frenzy range for 6 seconds. When rage can cause trample through units, dealing 4 damage. Excuse me. And this Shaolin Monk does get surrounded. He does get picked off by pointy sticks. Apologies. The elephants only have 1 range armor, so Zuju's damage would be quite decent. Going forward, the bulk magazines there increase their range and give them +1 damage versus light melee. Healer elephants do also have drive-by healings. That Raider elephant seems like it's moving faster than normal horse. Moves faster than even heavy stuff. Has 3 range armor, so it doesn't take too much damage from the Zunchnu's. +1 range damage would be great for the Zunchnu's, which is on the way, getting that +2 as well. Raider elephants, that thing's getting healed up really quickly. 18 damage, +18, +18. Attack speed's a little bit slow. Trying to torch down the village there. Getting some damage, drive-by healings, keeping these Raider elephants quite healthy. Zushnu's in a pretty good group here. That +2 range dance being going to be very useful. Now these bolts are doing 3 damage per bolt, 9 damage per volley, which is quite significant at this point. Does not take out that Raider Elephant. We got quite a bit of Raider Elephants and quite a bit of Healer Elephants. The Healer Elephants, like I said, they're heavy. They have very little armor, so they take a bit of range damage there. It does get +1 range armor. But he could go for some Raider Crossbow to put some holes in these guys. At least put a bit of impact on the Raider Elephants while at it as well. And we haven't seen any forts yet to put in the field, have we? A lot of bonuses here. They are a bit expensive though. Got the meditation garden here, which was providing 108 food per minute and 8 wood chips. The meditation gardens are being a little bit more than just disturbed at this point in time. Good number of Zunshnus here. Got a +2 damage now. We do have Dolly horses now being researched here. Increase attack speed of cavalry units. Against number of spearmen, it may not be a good idea to go for any sort of horseman. He is going for some lancers though. Age 2 spearmen will have a bit of trouble versus Age 3 knights and lancers. Let's speak about lancers. We got a group of lancers here. Gotta be a bit careful. It's gonna go straight and throw these guys away. Needs to pull them back. Bit of a misplay there by green. That's expensive loss. Did lose only one of those lancers. The other 2 are severely wounded, so needs a monk there healing them up. Shaolin monks cannot heal them up. Green so far obtained 1 relic, so green could try going for more relics now. He has 1 Shaolin monk in the field. There it is, getting poked by a scout. Compound Defender, and for this dynasty, reduces its own cost of bonus by 20%. Additional upgrades to each fort, which allows them to further increase the health and governor benefits. Not sure how effective that is. Guess we'll maybe find out soon enough. That is a good number of Raider Elephants. Maybe green should have gone some Spearmen. Spearmen versus Spearmen. I mean, Age 3 Spearmen would be better than Age 2 Spearmen. And honestly, man-arms wouldn't be half bad as well. One Healer Elephants does keep going down. Does have 1 crossbow in the field, which is... Nope, that's a Zunshu. Ooh, that area's a little bit poor traversement. There's a trample ability there. Got a relic here. Maybe this Shaolin monk should go over here and start doing a wall. Some of these Raider elephants aren't being picked on off. They may have been trapped there. Spear and trying to push forward. Another healer elephant here. Got those a bit of damage there. Looks like the Shaolin monk still doesn't provide the +1 relic picked up down the bottom left corner. 5 healer elephants on the field, 5 spearmen, a couple lancers. Let's see. Nothing there for the upgrades on the fortresses themselves, which currently I don't see any. And right now that should reduce their cost if we switch over to this player. Now costs 340, which is much cheaper. Wait. The villager has a work elephant. Does that mean it summons a work elephant from the town center? Summons it to target location. Huh, very interesting. Probably spawns action and then move, order a move action. Meditation gardens are no longer disturbed. Lancer is trying to take out that Shaolin monk. These guys have 3 range armor now. It still takes quite a bit of damage from these crossbowmen, the Zunchnoos. Over here we do have Lancers engaging these various units. Green Star stepping away. Some elephants going down, some of the Zuchus going down. So we've got a number of Lancers with you, but these Lancers appear to be completely and utterly ordinary. Not sure if there's anything that can buff them up. Got a Wolo there. And suggests that they actually can convert the healer elephants. They had them symbols above their heads. And also had individual ones for the mauls in the back. I wonder if they could somehow, if the base elephant doesn't get hit, while the ones in the back did. That's a weird bug. But don't usually healer units can't be converted? Maybe this is one case it can? Not sure. Also got a governor now researched. I'm curious where. Here it is. Governor of Mir automatically recruits up to 6 9 or 13 powerful Amir warriors. Going to get more powerful when they're close to the fort. More likely get less powerful getting away from the fort. They're effectively a fancy militia. Because right now they do 12 damage, 5 armor, so they have good durability, pretty low damage. They can actually build the various defenses, and the farther they get away, the lot less weaker they are. No population space. Yep, they are elite militia. Watch Code to Cast, great game, but don't know how you are finding really original games. All from the live games lobby. If you go to the spectate tab rather than the replay tab, I just simply find it's automatically sorted by top people's top elo rated players on top. Well, can't really speak. And I just like, alright, that seems reasonable. Double click it and cast it live, completely blind. I cast my replays blind as well, so I don't know what's going to happen. It's more of an honest reaction. You're welcome. And have good evening, or morning. Have a good forenoon. Yes, that is actually a term. It means before noon, as opposed to afternoon. We do now have Lancers pushing forward, trying to engage the Lancers. You know? Lancers versus Lancers doesn't really happen all too often. Granted, these are Delhi Lancers, Dolly Lancers. Not Delhi. These are Delhi. This is Dolly. There's a militia there. You can see they lose a lot of aspects if they stay away from the fortress. They basically can lose up to all their armor. These units heading over to build another fort over here. That's an outpost, not a fort. More delicious venison being obtained. I'm starting to see some meta versus meta garbage while you're magically finding something okay. It's completely by luck or random. Field repair site. Work elephants can carry supplies for creating siege engine repair sites, healing nearby. Interesting upgrade. Professional scouts. Makes me wonder if those work elephants could be the professional scouts. But yeah, mostly I just completely cast them random. So those are just genuine players playing genuine games, and they don't know that I'm spying on them. And sometimes they get done with a game and they realize, hey, wait, you're casting my game I just completed. That has happened occasionally. Zuchu is pretty forward. Somehow they're in the front of the formation. Lancers advancing. Lancers trying to counterattack. Zuchus are pretty close to the front line. Not in a great position with them. I don't think Green has enough Dolly Horsemen here. There are a handful of regular crossbows mixed on in, but nothing too significant. Still Tang Dynasty, which actually is perfectly fine. Tang Dynasty does allow for cheaper age up. You can always go for... Granted, he won't have access to granaries until he gets to Song. And Yuan Dynasty provides good cost reduction. You generally want to go for Yuan after Song. Because if you go Yuan first, then the effects of Song is greatly diminished. But then Ming is, of course, still very good as well for combat effectiveness. But I think Green... Oh, he's low on food, so he can't even afford Song Dynasty, let alone anything else. You can see here the other landmarks. Okay, switch your next player. See, these landmarks are cheaper since the Tang Dynasty. And of course, these landmarks are all cheaper as well. Oh, that village is not a landmark. But still, you get the idea. More raider elephants being deployed in the field. I swear, this just seems like they move faster than 6.3. I know it's just me. Or 1.6, not 6.3. What am I thinking? Not much, apparently. Shuttle Monster has 3 relics on the inside of it. 4 relics for green, 1 relic for orange. You'll need Yuan Dynasty to get out pagodas. Let's see, this one has gone for the Governor of Molten. Councils get additional production speed. Very nice. In order to get the upgrade, you need, of course, upgrade, not that one. This here, the Shari Walls, increases the garrison level by 1. Now that Spearman's very happy with himself. Well, he did kill a Lancer, so he will probably be very happy with himself. There's some walls there. There's still, of course, this area is still traversable. Still got this gold deposit untouched by green. Of course, cannot go for the Great Gatehouse to protect it. He is going for the Zhangin Tower, the H2 landmark, so he will be able to go to Song Dynasty. He's lacking food, so he's probably trying to get out some granaries. Has a large amount of villagers and wood. He has some wood reserve, but not enough for a large number of farmers. So green needs to tackle his food problem, or lack thereof food problem. Another fortress now being pulled, or fort built there. Song Dynasty now achieved. Now he has access to the granaries. He is cleaning the last of the venison there. Pumbaa still has probably not much food left there. Yep, there's a big round of granaries. This one went for relics and sacred sites generate 20% additional gold. Units healed by heal elephants also increases their damage by 10, 15/20%. Very nice. Sorry, these bushes started slowing me off right there. I thought they were like some sort of weird carcass thing there, and I was just going crazy. Monks. Actually, those are Shaolin monks. Oh no, he does actually have some regular monks here. Getting some healing. Shaolin monks cannot cast heal on other units, can only heal himself. Villagers have cleaned up Pumbaa. Could find another location for a granary. Or maybe start cleaning out some of these trees here. Maybe a good idea for Green to go for Yun Dynasty. Pagodas would be very nice, and cost reduction would of course be very nice. We do now have an upgrade here. Upgrades this fort, not another one. We have another default arrow, increase the arrow damage by 2, tile by 1. Unlocks the second level with assigned governor. But which one? I'm not sure. This one has unselected governor. Yeah, I'm not sure where the fort upgrade happened. Maybe the number of work elephants here. They could probably have like a diagram of each of the governors here. There's just a symbol and then highlight of how many charges there. Some of the sort. Because no work elephants means nothing. Do now this being under fire, trying to go for the curse of Ulu Al. I don't know how to pronounce that. This fortress has taken severe amount of damage from his 2,000 base health, so nothing too significant this moment. Veterans can easily take it down. Got a Magan on the back line. Big engagements overall. These Raider elephants, they are coated in metal, but they're light cavalry, so they don't receive bonus damage from crossbowmen. Oh, got some mean grenadiers, or early grenadiers put on the field. They have the card case bomb there, applying a debuff. A very nice backline support unit there. Orange's forces overall can overrun here. All the elephants are going down. These are standard war elephants, or the heavy cavalry version of the war elephant. Green springs way forward, going for more horsemen, more lancers to bring on through. Has some palace guards as well. Green has a very big mixed force here. Got a pretty good victory there. We got the red brick bastions. Upgrade this one, so upgrade another one. Maybe this one. Yep, this is this one. This one does provide food generation for nearby farms and/or houses. It also becomes a food drop-off. In this case, he's used farms and gonna get some extra food from them. A Fombia garrison worth of food income. Another heavy war elephant here. Of course, it's classified as heavy cavalry, so it does take bonus damage from crossbowmans. Elephant goes on down. Battery rounds knocking down the Dome of the Faith. Another upgrade somewhere. Upgrade complete. So we can get another upgrade onto it. Of course, it is a little expensive, but not really. Increase the health even further, and when generating food, an additional 20% is generated as stone, which is very nice. So 28 food would make it an additional, what, 5 stone per minute per farm or and/or house, which is pretty nice. More horsemen being employed out over here. Come out wood and gold, nowhere near enough food. Has just spent 1,000 stone, something probably a keep somewhere. Dome of Faith is still up online. And the 3 landmarks we need to destroy is here, here, and here. Ah, this one's unlocks additional upgrade for each 2 out of 4. And further that's what this final upgrade is. You get this is I think this is upgrade like 4 out of 3. You know it says 3 out of 3, so maybe that's incorrect? Not sure. Raiding elephant will go on down. Green's going for a forward keep here. The problem is war elephants are pretty decent versus structures. Archer is firing away, trying to take out some of these units. The Lancer engaged with some spearmen there. Villagers, what's left of them, trying to continue building the keep there. It's nowhere near complete. But it looks like the last of them will be start building now. Archer's now falling back there. War elephant causing still some issues there. Healer elephant, another war elephant there. Lancers, of course, are going to resist a lot of damage from these veteran archers, but not much from the spearmen. Those two villagers still there. Once the villagers go down there, he needs to cancel the keep and get as much stone refund as he can. Looks like he's bringing in more villagers. Actually, could be the same villagers there. Healer elephant boosting up this war elephant. More forces here. Panorama advancing, which has caused some issues there. Looks like these villagers there trying to go for a lumber camp there. Not trying to cancel the keep. It's almost complete there. Got a trebuchet here. Very good. He thought the the keep's going to get completed, so he goes for a trebuchet. Well, it's not completed just yet. It's a good thing that he did go for the trebuchet because it'll be completed shortly. Good round there. The keep's now built. Another trebuchet now put on the field. Green's breaking on through. Or still has a good number of archers for defense. The capital is not going to garrison with anything. Brings back the Arami warriors, which they're slowly degrading apart. No fort over here from the get boost. They may need to get over here to get boosted up. Away from a fort, not necessarily the fort that they got spawned from. You see here they're just creeping the way forward, losing a lot of stats. They are classified as heavy, so crossing will get bonus damage to them. They're just getting ripped apart in general. Horsemen being pursued. Getting a decent amount of food from this structure. Right now, orange is pretty low on resources, has some sort of wood to work with. Temple of Sun, green's aging up, getting for age 4. I have some more resources over here. Horseman does find his villagers, raiding elephants trying to intercept. Keep has taken some damage there. Orange has a good core of archers for defense. But I think right now green needs to get out a hive of bees. So many nests of bees in short. So these horsemen will be escaping the shrubbery, trying to rotate around. No scout, I believe. The keep does go down. Yep, looks like nobody has a scout in this region. Though the outpost itself is a good spotter for orange. Let's find some of these villagers here. Green keeping a good eye for the Yuan Dynasty. Not only at the pagodas, but the cost reduction for all units. But right now, he's lacking gold for the Yuan Dynasty. This one has a good number of archers there as well, so maybe some Shaolin monks wouldn't be half bad. Either way, he's going for a nest of bees. The Imperial official looks like supervising this structure and may want to be retasked there. Retasked to start collecting up some taxes from nearby, not sure. Temple Sun right now, not sure what upgrade he has activating. Temple Sun doesn't look like Divine Charge nor the Gunpowder one. I would assume from out of cavalry on the field, Divine Charge has been selected. Looks like he does have Divine Haste, make his infantry move faster. If he gets enough nests of bees right out in the field, the increased range for gunpowder wouldn't be half bad. Now, with the amount of these cavalry moving around, I really do think he needs Divine Charge activated for his, well, cavalry to do more, 20% more damage. It's always been a pet peeve when it comes to both Age of Empires 3 and 4, as these configurable bonuses have that structure on a hotkey, remember the hotkey, and start just using it constantly. Such like the out of combat healing was very nice, particularly for like the dances for the Aztecs, for example, in Age of Empires 3. Trying to torch down a farm. That farm has been set ablaze. Mangonels or trebuchets there. 3 rocks. I thought it was a mangonel at first. Rangers going around everywhere, just harassing bunch of horsemen. Incendiary and +3 range damage. Some Zunch News wouldn't be half bad fully upgraded. Crossbow wouldn't be half bad as well. The other upgrade, Zuzi's Library, would offer the 10,000 bolts upgrade. Of course, I'll put in Ming Dynasty. And getting that out on the field is not exactly likely at this moment. We can't afford the Yuan Dynasty. Good number of crossbows on the field to deal with these elephants quickly. Heavy Elephants right now has 7 range armor, so these elite Zunch right now doing 9 damage per bolt. When Incendiaries come out, they'll be doing a lot more. This is what the Age War technology, Imperial technology, Universal technology will start really hitting his opponent hard. Zunch is definitely rely heavily on technology, and having a tech advantage is supremely good for him. It looks like some of these trebuchets are starting to get picked off. Palace guards falling back. Incendiaries now complete. That is very important. Zunch is now doing 11 damage. So they're really punching the armor now. This, having Incendiaries now is probably game winning at the current rate. He's going for biology. So now in comparison, these archers are doing 9 damage. These Zunch are doing 11 times 3. That's getting absurdly high DPS. Orange does have a decent amount of resources. It needs to age up. But even then, even aging up, he'll still need more resources to get his own university techs online. He is not in a great position right now. Let's see, what are the age 4 landmarks for Orange? You can either go for Palace of Sultan, appoints a governor to the Palace of Sultan, and immediately gets their 4th tier benefactor bonus. Or his Axamata Rasa generates food and gold per minute for every active governor. Yeah, I think just Green just has the game in the bag right now. Even the Zunch News will report these war elephants. Yep, Orange is getting overran, and Orange is back to the game. Zangrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to next replay. Before I get started on next replay, I do need the restroom. Please give me a moment. My apologies, I am back. Let's see now. Probably have time for one more replay tonight. Let's see. Let's try this one. Oh, thank you for the follow. Great. Yep. Having issues with Twitch on my computer. I actually can't see who followed me. My apologies. But then again, that was a sound effect not for Twitch. That was for YouTube. My mind's melted. Let's see now. I'm looking for Relic River 1116, which is not there. Yep, looks like that replay. Let's see, maybe I put the wrong date. Relic River. Nope. Sometimes these replays disappear, so can't do that one. Let's see. Could try this one. Postal class 1115. That replay's gone as well. What the heck? Am I crazy? Let's see. Let's go with 1115 Gorge. Okay, that exists. And I do this one. Names seem familiar. Order Dragon, French, no. No new civilizations. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom left side is the green Order of the Dragon. We got core 7525 on DC4 coaching. On top of the right side is the purple French. We got orangutan or orangutan. Yes. Yeah. A little bit out of it at the moment. When it comes to map generation, we've got, of course, the large gold deposit here next to Pumbaa and deer deposit here. If you're a deer deposit off, a little bit off and forward, not great for purple. Large stone, small gold. Other small gold right here next to the trading post, relatively securable. And we do have a Order Dragon Spearman now deployed in the field. Got a bit of a Spearman rush by the Order Dragon player. And for green side, all of his gold spawned on looks like one side, barring this one. Stone up here. Deer over here as well as down here, same direction. Green does have a better deer deposit, that's for sure. Wait. He picks off the neutral sheeple, you monster. Sure, he was a black sheep of the family, but he didn't have to kill him off. Purple has enough lord.agion up. We're probably going for the School of Cavalry. Needs more food. Slowly torching down that mining pit there, so we're going to fast forward since it's just torching that down. And just the one spearman to cause issues. Then again, it is of course a ×2 spearman. School of Cavalry being built. Not a big surprise. Purple does have a little bit of wood deposit here for a bit of cover. Can't say how effective that will be. Oh, Exotic Doggo does go down. And collect up those gold deposits instead off the beaten path. Will age on up, nowhere near enough gold for a early Royal Knight. Actually having trouble finding food for our villagers, looks like. Of course, the French will start building villagers faster, while the Order Dragon will build them slower, but they will be 28% more effective. Build 20% slower, 28% more effective. Nice even 28%. So they should be relatively keeping up with each other when it comes to villager economic wise. We do have an archery range now being established. I'm just going to go with an archer deal with the spearman. The spearman does fall back to the venison deposit, keep it safe, very nice. Ready to engage the Royal Knight. Royal Knight and Scout making his way down south. Got villagers on this gold deposit. We've got another hardened spearman there. Survival techniques and wheelbarrow now being researched by Green, or being finalized. First player is going for another Royal Knight, has 2 archers in the field, a third one on the build queue. Throws an arrow onto the scout. Looks like Green has obtained some sheeple there. There's some archers. 2 spearmen there. 1 spearman here. We do also have an outpost. More Royal Knights on the build queue. Looks like Order Dragon player is going for some horsemans. Pumbaa now being obtained. Looks like using the Royal Knight to draw fire there. Nice and safe option. Though Pumbaa did gorge the Royal Knight a little bit. Purple has an army of 1,500 in the field versus 1,100. Well, his opponent's army is just mostly composed of spearmen. Doesn't seem like much, but of course there's Order of the Dragon. I can never comprehend the Order of the Dragon's armies. So, professional scouts now being researched by Purple. You can perhaps grab this venison deposit. This one's off the beaten path. This one's just dangerous to obtain. In front of the trees, out in the open. Spearman takes some damage there. Of course, not one of the early mana arms. Early mana arms is some of the best units in the game. This is quite a force there. Maybe not enough archers at the moment. We got 6 gilded spearmen here. That's effectively 12 spearmen versus 6 archers. That is likely not enough. Plus, he could just aim move for the spearmen and mark with the horsemen to engage the archers. The spearmen, if they get in melee range the archers, they can do some good work. I was just trying to get into range. Causing issues to the horsemen. The horseman did take a bit of damage there. Both players researching the basic food technology. The French player already has wood and gold as well. Did take out a villager there. Right now, purple has 38 villagers, green has 31. Of course, increase by 28%. I'm going to do 25%. It's a bit easier to do mathematics. It's probably close to 39 as well. So I think they're pretty even at the moment. Because 33% of 30 would be plus 10. So 28% of 31 is probably... Yeah, I think they're equal in civilians at the moment. Oh, got some idle villagers here. That's not good. Being tasked on the wood deposit now. Taxol's been researched by the French player. Knights finding the horseman and scout. The horseman may just want to abandon the scout. They're getting impaled. Basic walls there, just a bit of crowd control. Right now it takes the Gilded Horseman 4 strikes to take out a villager. With Textiles, does increase to 5 hits. As it goes 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. So the French player will need to get +1 melee armor to make it his villagers withstand another hit as well. We actually got +1 melee damage for the Order Dragon player as well, so +1 melee armor would not be successful now to protect his villagers from the horsemen from another strike. Got a force up here, 11 spearmans, 4 horsemans. Spearman there, does get a nice brace there, and gets completely surrounded. Chivalry won't pay for itself at the moment, but would probably be nice to get. Looks like Oil Dragon players getting relatively close to Agion up compared to the French player, who needs a lot more food. Venison slowly being brought on in from this deposit. Horsemen here will be intercepted by the archers and royal knights. Royal Knight there, looks like we'll be picked off, but nope, does survive. Archers need to focus on these spearmen. Royal Knights are about to get squeezed by the spearmen. Archers need to focus on these gilded spearmen, but does not have enough to one-shot them. Picks off 2 of them there. Gilded Royal Knights straight forward. Gilded spearmen still advancing, getting some hits there on these archers. Archers now advancing. Royal Knights in just general A move forward. Once the archers are focused down, gilded spearmen one at a time. It's not looking like it's going great for purple. Purple needs to fall back for his Royal Knights. Not too many horsemen here, but they'll start nipping at them. There's a couple more Royal Knights there. And do now should have been researched. He's using the horsemen to block the Royal Knights there. Unable to trap some. Did not trap any of them. Would be great if he did. Because then his spearmen can start closing distance, start picking them off. We know there's good horsemen going down. 2 more that goes down. 2 of them severely wounded. Chivalry is now being researched. Ragnar's Cathedral now being blown field. Needs to get at least 4 relics to make it so there it's guaranteed to be more beneficial than the Bulgar Palace. Bulgar Palace will be more beneficial if it's constantly producing, which can be a bit of a tall order sometimes. Purple's bringing back the last of the piece of venison from the deposit from the forest. Now he'll be on to his opponent's venison deposit, so there's still at least one more. That last one there. Last one he could probably attain is this one. Be a bit difficult, particularly now with the spearmen in the region. Spearmen going on down. Guild Hall now being built. Herbal medicine being researched, as well as spearmen. I'm not sure why he's immediately going for herbal medicine. I think he misclicked. Because now he's going for prelates there. That must have been misclicked, because herbal medicine is something you don't need want to go for first. Especially when we don't have any units to utilize the healing as aspect. Horsemen straight forward, some gilded spearmen. Gilded spearmen being focused on by the archers. Royal Knights here in good numbers. Veteran archers, veteran Royal Knights being queued on up by purple. Can probably hold off the Arbiteers until he's a proper target for them. Gamerson's, it does make his Arbiteers a bit more of a soft to hard counter to Spearmen. The hardened Gilded Spearmen have a little bit more damage, so it can easily overcome the armor. So less so in this situation. In short, build Arbiteers as a counter unit. Good Knights charge the way forward. Not Good Knights, Royal Knights. Receiving a decent amount of health regen from the Chivalry. Towns that are firing away. Based on how the infrastructure is built here, probably a good idea to start eyeing for keep. That's probably what purple is eyeing with this stone deposit. Try and get a keep here for the cost reduction benefits. Also be a good defensive placement. In situations where there's a bunch of spearmen trying to stab your horsemen and archers and right outside your capital. Going to keep immediately when gain enough stone. That stone deposit, very little remaining. Horsemen here engage some of these villagers. Too early for Wolo. Now, this monk's going to hurling harsh language. Archers. Gain some damage from those good spearmen. Got some more wood collection technology for green. Nice charging way forward, counter-attacking. We do have another relic picked up by green. Purple's claimed 1 relic, green's claimed 2 relics. Both players picked up a relic. So green looks like we'll have 3 relics claimed, which means the Regnant's Cathedral will not be at more cost-effective than the Bulgar Palace. Though right now, since he's not building anything from any barracks, the Bulgar is probably better to go with the Regnant's Cathedral because of, well, he's not going to be actively building for the Bulgar Palace either way. Number outposts here. This one's upgraded spring golem placement. So is this one. Probably going to be fortified next. Last relic has another relic somewhere. Where? I'm not sure. Oh well. Knight goes down there. Monk stays alive, barely.
Gute Leistung einerseits.
Horsemen trying to find some more villagers. Palace of Swabia being aged on up. Guild Hall currently has 700 delicious food inside of it. Right now, the Order Dragon player, when it comes to civilian counts, let's go a little bit of recap there. 26 or 60 versus 75, 28, 2 groups of 28 of 30. I'll just round that up to +9 each, 18. Let's say +18 here. I think green has an ever so slight advantage, but that's very ever so slight. It's really hard to say. Green also has more relics, so let's just call their economies the same at the moment. Of course, Palace Swabia will allow them to fabricate villagers a bit more easily. Palace Swabia not complete. Purple right now does have more destroyed value, but right now his knights starting to disintegrate from all the spearmans. Siege Engineer is now being reached for the French player. Large number of Royal Knights. No elite upgrades, which is understandable. He does need a bit more resources. Going for the veteran horseman, or elite horseman. I think it'd be better for elite spearmen right now. Could go ahead and emergency repair that structure. Did not. Going for forward batting rams now. Purple looks like going to be trying to close out the game. Outposts will get fortified. Now the red palace being established. If we establish near that small gold deposit, we want to make sure that small gold deposit is very much secured. We'll provide some coverage here, but nothing too great. It would also provide good coverage for trade in the future if purple goes for it. Maybe a good idea to start supplementing some traders now. After all, the gold in the map is going to quickly expire. It's still about 8,000, 9,000 left on purple side. Green, however, I see this. Basically, let's call that 4,000, 8,000. Yeah, it's still about 14,000 left on his side of the map. So purple or green. Excuse me, green sells a good amount of gold in the map. Guild Hall is going to set the food as well. Oh, and that knight found the Arbal's emplacement for a brief moment. Yeah, the guild hall is set to food rather than set to phase. Good number of guild elite spearmen now. May want to go for elite army tactics relatively soon. Go for blacksmith upgrades. Gold, food, wood is very low. Elite royal knights now being researched. Has a good number there. Definitely needs to get out royal biology relatively soon. Going for elite archers as well. His opponent's going for a bit more trash force. Let's see, I know about these two relics there. Oh, the last relic's still in the Regni's Cathedral. Probably a good idea to get that garrison somewhere. Purple's now going for silk bowstring, very nice. Bot needs eye for incendiary arrows as well. I think incendiary arrows should probably come first before silk bowstring. That's maybe a preference sort of thing. Royal Knights take a bit of damage there. Purple's now starting to fall back up north. Monk goes on down. Royal Knights connected to the Gilded Horsemen. Royal Biology now being researched by Purple. Or Royal Bloodlines, I should say. And same difference, really. Knights charge way forward, trying to surround on in. Of course, got a good number of guild spearmen here. No elite army tactics on them just yet. Rams draw some fire there. Archers started stepping away. Of course, got the keep here, which we have the Arbal's emplacement. And Garrison said the keep there may provide a bit more DPS. I can't remember exactly, but can't remember the attack speed though. Mine's a little bit melted at the moment. We have now the spearmen push right forward. Does surround those units there, take them all out. Got some horsemen that may have went down up here, but the Royal Knights intercepted no problem. Order Dragon Players now going for hand cannoneers. It's probably not a good idea when someone's gone for Archer, which is good against Spearmen and will be good against those hand cannoneers. If they are Dragon variant with increased range, the Archers have silk bowstrings already. Looks like these knights are seeing some good health regen from Chivalry, and Senior Hero is now being researched by Purple. Battery ram now being built. Capital gain garrison. Good number of farms in the region, though may need to get some more mills around them. There may be room for a mill there, it's hard to tell. More battery rams being established there, chivalry being activated. Horsemen heading up north, but if they run to the Red Palace, they are done for. Elite, or not elite, incendiary is almost complete for magenta or purple. Veterans heading down south, last of the school deposits being obtained. Archer range started going down. Do you have now the Hand Cannoneer? Could not be plot in field. These other ones, oh, looks like at max population, so they can't be plot in field. Purple's far from max out population. Horsemen advancing. Trying to focus on those Hand Cannoneers, but hitting archers perfectly fine for those archers. French players going for veteran horseman, probably go for elite horseman. Though we'll need some more gold there. Guild hall is currently set to food still. Hand Cannoneers firing away. That was back on the far side of the keep. Of course, it has this one arbalist emplacement there. It's not going to go great for green if it sticks around shooting it, because they do 1 damage per air shot. Purple's counterattacking gets good damage there. A lot of units getting tied up in formations, getting ripped apart. Spring Guard emplacement somewhere. I'm not sure where. It looks like it was here. More Hand Cannoneers being pulled up by the Order of Dragonfly, as well as some more spearmen and horsemen. 7 more prolats as well. Probably trying to go for the bit of empowerment. Good shots there on those Royal Knights, backing off. Going to have to rely on chivalry to get them healed on up, or bringing a monk. A monk to the second side wouldn't be half bad either way. Royal Knights. Gets our hits on these dragon villagers. A good number of dragon villagers here. Looks like 48. Make it 46. Takes out some of those outlying units there. Hand Cannoneers firing away, hitting these Royal Knights. The Royal Knights hitting these various horsemen. Archers are inside the shrubbery there, getting a nice little flank there on the Hand Cannoneers. Archers doing a good job focusing them down. Horsemen trying to get to the archers, but the Royal Knights do manage to intercept them. Looks like Purple's force may get cleaned on up, but it's not going to go great for Green, that's for sure. Purple has much higher destroyed value, 38,000 versus 30,000. All 6 has to catch up by Purple as well. Over here we do have Royal Knight hitting some of these villagers, very nice.
Ich rege einen Kampf an.
Horsemen will continue sending the villagers. The villagers did stop and sort of just stood there. Royal Knights coming for a flank. Will be hitting these hand cannoneers from the back. Archers trying to back on off. Not sure where the Royal Knights are going to now. Looks like they went to that brawl up there. Royal Knights charge way forward. Archers need to focus on these hand cannoneers. Luckily, they're all in front of them. Ease the target. Royal Knights did intercept and block Green's escape there. And green and purple's now going for a keep in the center of the map as well, help them keep that sacred site. 8-minute victory for the French player. Got a pair of cannons there, or culverins. French players push way forward. Royal Knights are seeing some chivalry there, but they will interrupt their own chivalry by torching down the keep. More battering rams from the front line. Cancels them. Green's culverins setting it up. Maybe trying to hit that keep over there. Hits that keep twice. Horsemen push right forward. Culverins hitting that keep. Horsemen advancing. Does take out some of those hand cannoneers now with the archers. Horsemen's the largest push forward unescorted. Though there's some spearmen here to hit those Royal Knights. But it looks like the archers doing a good job of targeting them down as well. The keep does go down to the culverins. Made short work of it. And we've got court architects now being researched by the French player. French player is going for more horsemen now. Cheaper fodder than the Royal Knights, of course. Quadruple culverin firing away. Well, won't be able to do much in this situation since heading against non-structures. Most of the culverins can get empowered. I did not realize the culverins can get inspired. Never noticed that. Not like people try to empower the siege weapons like that. You have, looks like, another keeping cells here to get the cost reduction on these archer ranges, at least 2 out of 3. Making short work of the lumber camp. Green's horsemen push straight forward. Magenta's purple horseman will intercept. And sneaking around to these various backlines. So taking the culverins will be very nice, a very high value target. Horseman charging the culverins, taking a fair amount of damage on the advance, takes out 1 of the 4 culverins. Takes out 2 of the culverins. Last one looks like may not be going down. Got some units over here. More of these horsemen charging way forward. Got a single Royal Knight right there. More horsemen now advancing forward. And the French players queued up 16 more horsemen, 19 more Royal Knights. As a good stockpile of resources, I'm going to take a look at the guild hall. Recently withdrew. Maybe recently withdrew gold. Not sure. And at least it's food or stockpiles gold. Could have been either. Either way, it's just recently been withdrawn. Let's take the culverin there. Another culverin goes down. We now have the merchant guilds queued on up. You see a number of traders on the field as well. Magenda's now going for another keep, going for circulating gunpowder, and actually queued up 16 hand cannoneers. Order Dragon players running low on food, has plenty of wood and some gold to work with. Quite a bit of stone to work with as well, 2,000 stone. Got cannon placing here on this outpost, no cannon upgrade on this keep, and going for boiling oil into the, what's it called, the reinforced defenses. Keep taking some damage here. Out of radius of the emergency repairs. If the structures were built up a little bit more slightly here, probably could have reached. In fact, maybe just one lumber camp and mill right there. Either way, this keep is slowly going on down. Goes for, yep, he's going to try to get the aura in range. And does get the house there. Emergency repairs on the keep. Buying him a little bit of time, nothing too significant though. Horsemen starting to go on down. Knights falling back. French King continues firing away. Emergency repairs will be fully consumed. Get a good amount of health for Jen. Four minutes left for a 6-set victory for purple. And got these scriptures now being overran. Green's army and Green does back of the game now. That's great saying. Thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As mentioned beforehand, that shall be my last replay tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have